Hello my lovely gamers, my name is Jonal and today we're taking a look at when or how to quickscope as Ana, which is more of an advanced tip I would suppose. So if you don't really have the hang of Ana's standard aim, you can't no scope, you're not really good at just hard scoping in general, then maybe you should learn that first before you jump onto this. But if you're just half decent at that, then this is something that you need. If you want to be good at Ana, if you just want to be good at her in general, if you want to be an Ana main, get to that top tier, you will need to quickscope because this is one of the most powerful tricks actually in Ana's arsenal. Now, of course, I'm not making this video alone. I talk for a good half an hour with my main support on the team. His name is Hakkee. There's a link to his YouTube channel where he makes some really cool montages of him playing normally support in competitive and also in our scrims. So go and check that out. It's actually really cool. There's some really cool footage there. And we talked a little bit about that. How he feels about it, because even though I am a good Ana, he is of course way better than me as he plays Ana for the team and he is a Grandmaster / top 500 support main. So let's just jump right into this. Now Ana in general has two fire modes, right? He has a no scoping, which is on PC her left click, which just fires a projectile. And what's the problem with this is of course that there's a travel speed on that projectile. Then the second fire mode is of course her hard scoping, when she's actually scoping down her sniper rifle. And this is hit scan style damage, right? It instantly hit. As soon as you click the button, you just hit whatever you were hovering over in that moment. In general, making that way easier to aim with. However, when you are ADSing like that, you have problems moving. Your character moves way slower. It's almost not strafing at all, meaning it's super easy for a enemy sniper to shoot you, or even worse, a flanker to just kill you, or a hit scan, just anything can hit you because you don't really move and it's a free kill, especially in higher ranks. So hard scoping, while it can be good in some situations, such as when you want to heal up tanks that very far away, or in general when you know that you're safe and you need to land a lot of consistent shots, then hard scoping sure can be a good idea. But quick scoping is the safer alternative because you get the insta hits and no travel time as you will do when you're hard scoping, and you get a good mobility as when you no scope. So you can kind of say it's best of both worlds. Now let's jump into well, more like when you should use this, and then after that like how you do it. So when you should use it is in general you're quick scoping on stuff that is hard to hit. So a Reinhardt is not that hard to hit. You can normally no scope him with no problems. In general, most tanks you can no scope without much of a problem. However, someone like a Genji or someone like a Tracer can be very hard to hit, and therefore it can be smart to just in general just learn to quickscope straight onto these guys. This both goes for when you're healing and also when you are being attacked. Quickscoping is an amazing way to just land instantly damage on them. There's no travel time in this. If you're good at it, it's a much safer shot and you will have a higher accuracy of it than if you're just trying to no scope them, because there is a travel time, and that travel time is actually very predominant, especially if you're going toe to toe against a Genji or something, which is moving all over the place. And quickscoping onto them does that you have that little second where you can just like flick onto them, shoot them before they get to move away, you deal the damage that you want to. Quickscoping can of course be done to anyone. So in general, squishy heroes is when Hakkee told me that he is using his quickscoping, and that makes a lot of sense to what I normally do myself and what I see other people also doing. So quickscoping straight on to just squishy heroes, people that you find hard to hit. It can also be your Pharah, it can be your Mercy that's flying around up there with her. So in general, those guys are the best to quickscope on in both offense and defense. And remember guys, when you play Ana, when you play support, being offensive, being aggressive, and not only thinking that my job is only to heal, your job is both to heal but also being aggressive with both your DPS output but also your abilities, such as landing huge biotic nades and stuff like that to heal the night enemy team. Now how do you quickscope? Well, the best way to do it is, first of all, when you do quickscope, you should jump around or move around a lot, and jumping is a very good way of doing it because as soon as you scope, your movement speed is lowered. However, doing that mid-air is not really going to slow it too much. So jumping around is a very good way, and then it's flick aim, essentially like that. You move your mouse over the guy while you're scoping, and then as soon as the scope has just entered, so that you normally see that there's a time in between. You have your crosshair, then your crosshair disappears because you're moving the scope up, and then your crosshairs appear again. That's when you do the shot. Doing that, it kind of feels like you don't put your entire scope in front of your face proper before you do the shot, and then it goes down. It's just a timing thing. Just jump around the practice range and get used to when you should shoot, and it's very self-explanatory when you try it out. Remember, just jumping around, doing that, and then getting good at it. It's flick game, meaning that it can be harder for some people, because a lot of people are good with tracking, especially Samanas, because they're so used to hard scoping, especially in lower ranks, sitting there just hard scoping. Then it's kind of just like they just like kind of track their players are jumping around because they're standing still and shooting so much. Quickscoping is much harder because you need to be good at, okay, he is going to be, in a couple of seconds, he's going to be right there, so I'll just flick onto his body, shoot him, and then unscope, and then I'll do that consistently. And this is something that while only wanting Hakkee, playing against him a little bit in control while we were talking, he does that most of the time when I go up against him as Genji. He just jump around and then he quickscope, sometimes putting in some no-scoping here and there, but in general, he normally always just quickscope straight onto me, making it much harder for me as Genji to dodge it. I normally have to use my dash way before he shoots, or else I'm gonna get hit and take a lot of damage. And it also makes him way harder to hit. So this is something that I hope you guys get used of, and I hope you guys can practice this to improve your Ana. If you want me to talk about any other heroes or any topics, then drop that down in the comments below. Go and check out Hakkee's YouTube channel. He doesn't have a lot of subscribers, but his videos are so fucking cool because his amount of skill on support is like MLG. It's actually really, really cool. So go and check him out and show him some love, guys, down in the comments. Besides, I hope you do it. If you do, then like and dislike. If you don't, I also do Twitch streaming, which is linked down in the description, where also there's the timestamps for when I do it and stuff like that. So come and say hey one of the days. I'm very sorry for the late upload. I was really, really sick. For those who follow me on Twitter, you know this. I was hit really hard by my medicine after I had been to martial art. I have no idea why that happened, but I got really, really sick, and I just went to bed and just laid there and kind of fell asleep after like 2 hours. So I'm really sorry for the late upload, guys. There's been so much stuff with the team, the tournament, everything. So I haven't had time to upload. I'm going to try to step that up very soon. So I hope that you guys bear with me. Thank you for the amazing support and love. Welcome to all the new ones. We hit 3,000 subscribers. That's amazing. As always, guys, my name is Jonal, and keep the enemy in your crosshair.